Hello everyone. Now we are going to discuss the basic component of a computing system. Figure shows the basic components of a computing system. There are four components of a computing system: hardware, software, user, and data. The physical computer comprises several hardware components like central processing unit CPU, memory unit, input and output units. Software is another important component of a computing system. Without a software, the physical computer is nothing but an iron box. So, software is the actual driving force of the computer. Basically, software runs the computer. User utilizes the computer. User interacts with the computer. Data is the entity which is processed by the computer. From the figure, we can also see four keywords for four different components of a computing system. These are what, how, who, and which. What refers the physical hardware components of the computing system. How refers the software, that means the way of performing a task given to the computer. And who refers the user. And which refers the data that to be processed by the computer. Hardware. Figure shows the hardware components of the computing system. Hardware usually can be divided into two types: internal hardware and external hardware. An internal hardware means hardware that's surrounded by the computer's casing. Processor, RAMs, hard disks are the examples of internal hardware. In figure, we can see here is the processor, RAM, hard disk, which are inside the casing, right? Whereas by external hardware, we mean all the computer device that can see from the outside. For example, keyboard, mouse, monitor, and speaker, which are actually outside of the computer, seen in the figure. Software. What is software? The software is a set of instructions that tells the computer how to perform certain tasks. A set of instructions is known as program. There are two most common types of programs or software. They are system software and application software. What is system software? System software refers to the operating system and all utility programs, as well as the driver software that manage the computer resources at low level. Systems software includes compilers, loaders, linkers, and debuggers, and so on. What is application software? Application software comprises programs designed for an end user. That means the application software designed and created by the user, and it instructs the computer to how to solve a real life problem. The example of application software are word processors, database systems, spreadsheet programs, and so on. Figure illustrates the relationship between application software operating system, which is the system software, user and hardware, right? So at the top, we can see the user, and then the application software, operating systems, and hardware. So application software is very close to the user because it is created and created by the user to instruct the computer for solving a particular problem. And the operating system is the manager of the computer. It manages all the hardware and software components within a computer. And this hardware refers the hardware code, right? Actually, the user creates application programs using high-level programming languages like C, C++, Java, Python, and so on. And it is written in a different language which is not understandable to the hardware, which basically performs the real computation at the hardware level, at the core level. But how can we provide this instruction to the hardware which will be understandable to the hardware level? So the operating systems actually include some translators like compilers and interpreters to convert the application program instructions into machine codes, right? So this is how an operating systems also help converting the user-friendly application program instructions into the machine understandable machine codes. Software hierarchy. As you know, the basic two types of software are system software and application software. System software again can be divided into three types. Operating system, of course, is the principal system software for the computer, and device drivers allow input and output devices to communicate with programs and other system components. And utility programs actually enhance and expanded the functionalities of the operating system as well as the computer. Application software actually designed and developed by user to instruct the computer for solving a real-life problem. It's like word processing, presentation, database, multimedia, communication graphics, and so on. And another type of software is known as development software. Compilers and interpreters are included in this type of development software. So compilers and interpreters actually translates application programs into machine codes. And integrated development environment known as IDE is basically a software platform where the high-level language can be created and managed. If we want to summarize the functionalities of the components of system software, they can be expressed as follows. Operating system, the principal component of the system software. Device drivers, they help the computer control peripheral devices. That means the IO devices. Utility programs, these support, enhance, or expand existing programs. OS shell. Actually, operating system shell includes the user interface. Users only can interact the OS by using UI or user interface. The UI can be command or character based, which are used in DOS and Unix operating system, whereas the graphical user interface, which includes windows, menus, icons, etc., is used in Windows operating system. However, the kernel, the program which remains in the main memory while the computer executing a program, and it basically directs the other non-resident programs to perform tasks that supports the application programs. So now the operating system, as the operating system is an important software system software for the computer. So we're going to explain a bit more about the operating system. So what is operating system? A collection of programs that help user that how to use the computer. It basically acts as smart assistant that moves the controls flow of the information of various components and programs. It also manages the usage, storage, access programs, data and processes. Actually, where the OS resides or stores. So the operating system resides in ROM, read-only memory, right? Which is the secondary memory. So ROM is non-volatile memory that contains the operating system. And the operating system allows use of keyboard, both floppy and hard disk drivers. Random access memory, RAM, the main part of the operating system is transferred from the secondary storage to RAM when the computer is first turned on. And this process is called booting process or boot up. After the boot up, a portion of RAM is taken up by the OS and other system software, while the rest of the portions are available for loading application software and other data. So if we want to summarize the main functions of an operating system, they are as follows. The task management, that means preparing, scheduling, monitoring of tasks for continuous processing by the CPU. Another function is memory management, the allocation of memory for various tasks, transfer of data and programs from external storage to the memory and back. Moreover, the virtual memory management and cache management are also performed by operating system. So device management, file and data management, system monitoring, and so on are performed by the operating system. Some terminology of the system softwares. The process and task. What are the basic differences between the process and task? So a process is basically an instance of a program running in a computer. Unix and some other operating systems refers a process which is started when a program is initiated. A process is a running program with which a particular set of data is associated so that the process can be kept track of. On the other hand, the task can be defined as a basic unit of a processing that an operating system controls. So process may be a single task, or it may be like multiple tasks, and also they can perform together or consecutive. Another important concepts of system software is task management. Actually, multitasking is an important concept. Running more than one task or process simultaneously is known as multitasking. So during multitasking, the CPU time is shared with different processes. For example, when a large document is being printed, at the same time, if a computer game is playing, then the processing time of a CPU will be shared among the document printing process and the gameplay process. Another concept is context switching. The switching from one process to another, such as from a word processor to spreadsheet and back again, both residing RAM, is like this. Multitasking CPU time shared between the two processes A and B for this case. So if you consider the document printing is process A and the gameplay process is process B, then the CPU time will be shared between process A and B. The utility programs, actually there are so many utility programs that enhances or expands the operating system's functionalities as well as the computer functionalities. So for example, backup utility, it is a program which makes a duplicate copy of the information on the hard disk. Another utility program is data recovery utility that restores data that has been physically damaged or corrupted. Antivirus software is another example of utility programs that scans hard disk, floppy disk, memory to detect viruses. There are so many utility programs are used in the computer. Some more examples are like data compression utility, data cleanup utilities, fragmentation, defragmenter utility, and so on. This is basically the simple overview of basic components of a computing system. Thank you.